Hi, everyone. Welcome to our live stream where we're going to solve some video marketing problems we know you have. You know you need to be using video as part of your marketing strategy, but maybe you could be doing it better. Or you've lost about what you should be creating or where you spend your time. Maybe your strategy isn't working or you're creating and no money is being made from said creating. You're not seeing the growth that you like. Do you need more ways to make money? Seriously, guys, there's countless reasons video is necessary and even more ways for you to be making money, getting leads, and growing your community, which is why Flossie and I are here to share with you the best conference for you to solve all these problems for you in 2023, the Women of Video Conference. Now, before you scroll away, this conference is for men and allies of women, and we want to make sure that everyone is here to thrive, make money. So don't go anywhere. We have a ton to talk about. My name is Desiree Martinez. I'm the founder of Women of Video, and I am joined by Flossie, who is not only helping me with sponsorships and keeping me on track and doing all the things I don't know how to do, but she is a brilliant, amazing fellow military spouse who solves all of the problems, and everyone should just know her in general. So, hi, Flossie.
Hi, Des. I'm so excited to be here. And I think this has been an incredible journey and something that I'm so excited to see you have come to fruition. And I didn't even know this was an issue. I didn't know there wasn't representation for women in video because I'm a hoorah, all the women, all the things, until you started laying the data down on me.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I love what Women in Video. So Women in Video is actually a podcast that we do. It's a community that I've been building up over about 3 years now, and we focus on telling the stories of women creators to inspire other women to start and keep creating on their journey. We talk about like how they create, why they create, how they're making money, how they're building their brands and their business, and so many things. Well, the thing that kept coming up was not having a place for women to get together and share what they've gone through, learn from each other and grow and just communicate. Because women, we're tribe people. Like we need other people to really help us on our journey, to support us so that we know that we're not crazy and doing all of like the wrong things, or we want to learn from what other people are doing. And I was like, well, why don't we just evolve the Women of Video into this movement that helps women and all businesses that they're creating, no matter what they are, whether you are a lifestyle blogger or like you're a service-based business, you need a place where you can create, you can learn, you can create, you can know, you can figure out what you're supposed to do and find your people so that you can have success along that journey.
But I think part of the important part of the story is that you went to some of the largest video conferences in the country and you asked them to do this. So you didn't just go, I'm just going to go do this on my own. You went and you were like, why are there no women? Why is this all dudes? Like, why is there no women focused content? Why are there no women speakers? Where are my girls at? And you said, this is a problem, fix it. And they basically said, meh, right? So I would love to hear, and to tell everybody here that you saw a need, you advocated directly to these large conferences, and they still didn't change it. So you're like, well, I guess we got to do it, right? If no one else is going to change, then we'll be the change, right?
Yeah, and I really just I love to speak. I love to travel. I love to be in front of people helping them with their problems, and I love doing that with Women in Video as well. And so in all these other conferences, like they have their own agendas, they have their own systems, they have their own purposes, and it's hard for a man to know what it's like to be a woman, why we create what we create, and how and why we do what it is that we do. And so it just made sense for us to kind of take up the mantle and figure out like, hey, let's just make the place for women. Let's be the need. Let's be the answer. Let's be the solution. And so here we are.
Yeah. And I think it's important too to talk about you are someone who's doing it. You are someone who's done it. You have a full career as a woman in video. You're speaking on national stages and you're paving the way for all of these other women to say, like, if Desiree can do it, right, I can do it too. So I think it's important not just to have representation in the way that we do, that we need more women, we need to amplify, we need, equal pay, we need all these great things, but you're doing it like from the front, and you can say, if I can do it, you can do it too. So I also love that about you, is that you're loud and proud, but you're magnificent at leveraging video for your own career. So I would love for everyone to know too, like, how do you do it? How do you do it? Because you're just like, you don't even want to email me. You're like, what video platform are you on? Can I just send you a video message real fast? And I'm like, Uh,
Yeah, she sends me these lists of questions, and I'm like, it'd be so much easier if I could just like video chat the answers to you.
You're like, what platform are you on? I'm like, email.
I think it's a problem a lot of us have, that is for sure.
Yeah.
I think for me, how I create video and why I do it is because I accidentally fell in love with video. I have an agency called All in One Social Media that helps put military spouses to work as social media managers, so we can help other businesses with package-based services. And I needed a way for us to stay in touch with the world on the other side of the country, because we had gotten orders to move to South Korea from Texas, and I was like, how am I supposed to keep growing this agency on the other side of the world? I found YouTube as a solution. I use YouTube as a way to get leads to my business, and I love it. I didn't realize how much I would love creating and being on video and what comes from that. And when I went to go seek out other like-minded women, I just could not find them. Like, they're very hard. And, there's a lot of data and things that have come out that support, like less than 12% of women less than 12% of top trending YouTube videos are women. And we have, from like a pay perspective, what women make 59 cents on the dollar compared to male creators. And so it's like, we need to just like be the solution. I'm a big believer, like, if there's not a solution, you need to go make one. And so that's kind of like what has led us here. And that's why I think it's important for women to come together and communicate and learn from each other. But I also want to make it like, I don't want this conference to come across as this like lady fest, right? Where we're just going to talk about periods and babies all the time.
But it won't be a dude fest.
But it also won't be a dude fest, because I've been to the dude fest video.
You could go to the other conferences to go to the dude fest.
It's not, and I just want to say there's nothing wrong with the dudes. It's just they're not our people. They don't understand what goes into being a woman, to being a creator, to dealing with those struggles and all that kind of stuff. And
but women are creating different kinds of content, just like you said. Like, it's men and women are just different, and the types of things that women may be working on, or businesses that they're building, or the content that they're putting out is not the same as men traditionally. So why does it make sense to have a conference or a podcast or all these things centered around women in video? Because women are different than men.
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with women being different than men. And I think that we know men and women are different. So now let's just create a place where women video creators can come together and create better content. We can grow some brands and build some amazing businesses and stuff. And I also want to point out too, like, again, men, you're welcome to come to our conference. This is for allies of women too. We want you there because we still need male support in this space to help spread the word and get the attention that some things are needed. But I also think, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and we've talked about it before, that we want men to come because it's the only way the conversation is going to change, right? They have to be part of the conversation. And I think we've said it before, like, we wonder if like a guy walks into a room full of guys and says, it's only guys in here. But women will quickly walk into a room and go, it's only guys in here. So it's just sometimes a little bit of the obliviousness of, oh, there is a problem and we do need to change it, because sometimes they don't understand until people like you get loud about it.
Yes, and I hope I'm being loud in all the right ways. We wanted to do this live stream today, though, to talk about the conference and like what people can expect. It's one thing for us to talk about our mission and our purpose and what we're trying to do, but I also am always a big component of no one cares about you. They want to know what's in it for them. Like, that's a big thing I talk about a lot. And so I want to make sure that everyone knows what is in it for them when they're in this conference. And so I want us to understand our mission, but I also, more importantly, want to know, like, what do you get for coming to this conference? So I have a question up on the screen. What are your video marketing struggles right now? Your marketing video struggles. What is it that you like need help with? Which I know more about. I'm asked this question because I want, just some engagement from our audience, but I also would really love, in case like we need to like fill in some holes in our conference agenda to make sure that we're helping as many people as we can through this conference. So I always love to talk about data because I'm a nerd.
Me, I'm a data nerd too.
I like being able to explain to people like why video is important. And I think since a lot of our audience today is like a lot of business professionals, they want to know like what is it in it for me from the business perspective. Like when we talk about video and we talk about YouTube, which I think is like our big leader right now, where you get the most bang for your buck. YouTube is the third most visited website in the world. There's over 1 billion hours of content that's watched every single day. And I love some specific things like 70% of consumers are purchasing from brands that they're seeing in YouTube videos. And this hits on so many levels, not only from like the creators that like this is their full-time job, but also like we're looking for people who have solutions and they're trying to figure out what tools they should be using and how they can make things happen. They're buying from those brands, those businesses. How many of you guys have ever like looked online at something and been like, yeah, I need to know more about how this camera works or what I should be doing to use this email platform that I love or whatever that may be, right? So consumers are purchasing from videos on YouTube because they're getting their answers, their problem solved one thing at a time. So there's just a lot to be said about like what YouTube has. And I have kids that are little, and I know that Flossie has older kids too, and she knows every kid wants to be a YouTuber. It seems like they all want to be TikTokers and content creators, and it's like replace like being a rock star or an astronaut. And it's just one of those things, like it's important because that's where they spend their time and what they want to do. YouTube's a lot less competitive than a lot of the other social networks that are out there, like TikTok and Instagram, where everyone's trying to figure out how to make it work for them. Because the thing about YouTube that's so great is that it's just like slow and steady wins that race because all the content is still relevant next week, in a month,
Yeah.
6
My
months.
13-year-old has a YouTube account and he wants to be a YouTuber, of course. And he just hit 50 subs and it was like a party in our house that he made it to 50 subscribers, which is awesome. But it's taken him like a year. And I get to refer him to great people like you and say, well, if you want to do it, this is how you do it. You need to go do it right. So I totally agree. Every kid wants to be a YouTuber now, but why not? Why can't they be?
Especially because you can make a lot of money off from doing it. Like, especially with the basic fact that like YouTube shares its revenue with you 55%. Like you get 55% of their ad revenue and they only get 45%. They're the ones that like provide the platform. You just have to create the content, right? So there's so many great reasons why YouTube is awesome. But let's take a second to talk about TikTok. Like TikTok has over 80 billion active users. And people are consuming literally 24 hours of TikTok videos a month, like a day. Like a full 24 hours every month is consumed on TikTok. Like that's insane. The amount of like thumb scrolling, dance trends, music, learning,
Education. TikTok taught me, right?
Oh yeah.
My sister and brother did that. They were like, TikTok
TikTok
taught me. And I was like, you're on TikTok? Like what?
My biggest, most dangerous one is TikTok made me do it or TikTok made me buy it. Right? Like those are the big ones, right? And it's the highest, most engaged social network on the platform. And everyone between the ages of 16 and 44 is spending their time there. And I think it's important for you guys to remember, especially if like you're leaning towards an older individual, like if you're not focusing on where the kids are spending time, once you remember 10 years ago when everyone was all like, Facebook won't last, it's not going anywhere. Millennials don't have money. Well, now we do. And everyone has a Facebook account, and it's an integral part of like how we function as a world, society, right? So like TikTok is where the next generation is spending their time, and they're paving the way for what you need to expect as the standard for creating your content and your business's brand. So you need to be there. When we talk about Instagram, 59% of Instagram users log in every single day. And this is the stat that always blows my mind the most. 91% of active Instagram users are watching video, but 75% of content produced by brands is images. So that means that only 25% of businesses are using video so they can connect their audience. Like that seems such a low, small amount.
And I think it's because it's scary too, right? Like video, it seems scary than creating a static post, putting yourself out there. It's a comfort level, right? You have to get comfortable doing this, what we're doing right now. So many people are like, I can't go on a live video with you. Why not? You're just talking because they're so scared.
Honestly, for me, I don't think it's scared anymore. I think it's the not knowing what to create. And I think that it's also the I don't have time for this mentality. Like we all just figured out how to do Facebook posts and Instagram images. Now you want me to do video crap? Like I don't have time for this. A lot of my conversations from the agency side is like, we really just want this done for us. We don't know what to do or how to do this effectively. So I'm like, well, let's have a conversation about what we can do to make this work. And our agency's been completely thrown on our head with what we offer and what we do. So this is where you need to spend your time to stay relevant and to stay current for sure. Reels get the highest engagement over regular videos. In fact, I think that Instagram has changed it so that all videos on their platform are reels, whether they're just like those short little clips or not. And I love 95% of shoppers look on Instagram for their next purchase. Like
I
people
get
buy
sold
things.
every day on Instagram. I'm like, dang, they sold me. I'm totally buying this all day.
Right?
Stop the
That could be
scroll,
you.
buy the shirt. All right, I'm
That's
done.
totally it, right? Okay. So when we also want to talk about the other platforms too, like there's so many different all of the social networks, all the platforms are embracing vertical video in a big way. Like Facebook is doing a ton with it. They've invested over $1 billion in 2022 in their creator fund, and then they're planning on doing more in the upcoming year. YouTube Shorts completely changed the entire landscape of like how and what we do on YouTube. Like it was the biggest overhaul. They've restructured how ads work. They have ways for you to take segments from your long form videos and turn them into shorts. And they're even like understanding that they have to pay out to the record companies to do the trending audio. Otherwise, people aren't going to be there, right? So they're doing a ton. It's been the biggest change we've seen in YouTube in years. And they're going to be paying out starting in February with their new ad platform. And Pinterest is like one of those ones that people are constantly sleeping on. Like we're going to have a Pinterest track at the conference because it's so important and relevant and necessary for brands. So there's just a lot that there to offer when it comes to data and why your business should be spending time there, and why you as a creator and individual that wants to grow and do more, like why you need to be there, why you need to be spending more time creating videos and making it better as well. So there's all the things.
And Pinterest is you were saying, Pinterest is, I'm on Pinterest more because I feel like it's less noisy and it's just fun, but they've increased like quarter over quarter for ad revenue, and it's where you should be. And I love to see the content on multiple platforms. So I follow people on Pinterest, which is different, TikTok, which is different, Instagram, which is different. And I love the variety of the platforms. And I'm excited that at this upcoming conference, you can either come to learn how to do all of this on your own. You can hear from some of the leading professionals in the industry on how they've done it, what they're doing, tips and tricks. Even some of the great speakers that you've lined up, Desiree, for this conference. I've been following them, and I've learned so much about social media in general, and how they're getting paid and doing cross-promotional campaigns, and how they've leveraged video as women creators into an entire career that, just as you're a mom, right? You're a military spouse. Like, you have flexibility in your days and in your schedule because you're a full-time entrepreneur using video as a creator, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's a big part of what I do to make money, and it all was an accident, but like the happiest accident ever. Like what I'm doing when it comes to YouTube and being a content creator is just amazing to me that I've been able to add so much extra revenue and income to my business on top of like what it all exists for. Like I got into all of this because I wanted to get leads to my agency, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Right. And so it's just one of those really awesome things. So I want to make sure that we touch base about like before we dive into sessions and speakers and our super amazing sponsors, I want to take a chance to talk about like some of the things that we're doing different with this conference that is why it's very much geared towards like the needs of women, but how it's also going to be really great for anyone that attends. I'm getting over the ick, guys, because it's the ick time of the year.
Random note: Did you watch Dahmer? He was like, they had the ick.
so some of the biggest things. So when I was figuring out this conference and I was trying to address one of the biggest issues that women have as to why they don't go to conferences, the two biggest things I kept running into was cost and childcare. One of the biggest definers as being a woman is that we have children. And while this conference is not just for women who have children, this is for all women of any stage of life that you're in. Children is still a factor into why you can or can't travel. I wasn't able to start traveling for work until my children were not using my body to exist anymore. Like I spent 4 years breastfeeding and pregnant. So it was kind of one of those things like I couldn't exactly just like walk away from them. And there are also a lot of situations where it's like if they can't bring their kids, they can't go. And so we're addressing a lot of these issues. So we are offering, if you're staying at the hotel, the conference is happening, we have childcare for you available through lookatcare.com, where you're going to be able to go to the conference and know that your child is going to be taken care of by a trained, licensed, bonded individual for you. Or if you need to bring your kids with you to sessions, they are 100% welcome. We have some really fun things to plan for them, like coloring. We have the crayons ready to eat, which is one of Fossie's favorite brands that she helps to support. It's literally editable crayons. It's chocolate crayons that you can actually color with, because Marines are called crayon eaters. It's a whole fun story.
Yeah, but what kid doesn't want to color and then eat their crayon, right?
Right.
And it tastes good, and moms don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have lots of fun things for them planned as well, so they can still participate. But then we're also addressing like the cost issue. So we're choosing to this conference in Atlanta because Atlanta is a hub. And so it's more affordable for people to fly into Atlanta. We have a train that's available that goes from the airport to where the conference center is. The hotel is giving us a really smoking rate. And the biggest thing for me, as someone who travels a lot and goes to a lot of conferences, my biggest pet peeve is when they're not going to feed me. And so I'm like, hard pass. Let's feed everyone breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snacks, water, all of the little things that we need to survive, because a fed woman's a happy woman. That's just how that one works. And if we can change, I've been pretty convinced that we would be able to change the world with Wi-Fi and access to snacks whenever we need them. Right. So, I mean, let's just be real about that. The conference also includes your ticket. You get the digital ticket as well. And if you're just still not able to come, we have the digital ticket available for you as well, where you can sign up and you can get your ticket and watch all of our sessions through our live streaming platform that we're doing it through with Uscreen. And it's going to be a great way for you to participate in the event. It's over the weekend too, which might not sound the greatest for everybody, but for those people that are creators who are side hustling, like this is for those of you that have the job and you still want to go, but you might not be able to get the time off of work, or you can't go unless your partner is able to stay home and watch your children. Like, these are all the things that we took into account when we were scheduling out the conference. On top of that, it's just going to be a great 3 sessions at a time. We have lunch and learns. We have amazing keynote speakers that we'll talk about in a minute. And we just have so much great information to help you, whatever your video needs are, whether it's platform growth, like I need to grow on Instagram or live streaming or TikTok, whether it's brand and niche development. I need to figure out how to build a business brand. I need to figure out how to do a beauty brand, a vlogging brand. We have sessions for that. And then of course we have money brands. Like, every business needs to add in multiple streams of revenue. So like how you can add in subscriptions or merchandise or digital products or your service-based business, knowing what all of that is available to you. We're not repeating any sessions. They're power 30-minute focus sessions. And then of course, if you miss something, you have all the recordings to go back and watch when you're done. So I did my best to think of the dream conference I would want to go to, and I'm making it happen.
I love that you figured out when you went there to the concert hall or the concert venue, the conference venue, sorry, not enough coffee yet today, that you even said like this is perfect because I can take the train directly from the airport to here. There's these things, and childcare is such a huge need, as you know. And I love that you're coming at it from a perspective, because those other conferences that we talked about do not think of those things, right?
No.
So it's not going to be a lady fest, but it's going to be lady accessible, right? It's going to have the things that we want at a conference, because it's planned by women for women, which is important, right?
Very.
Love it.
Okay, so now I'd love to start talking and gushing about some of our speakers. So we're going to dive into who some of our keynote speakers is. So first and foremost is our girl, Jessica Stansberry. Jessica is everything I want to be when I grow up. She is smart. She is sassy. She has figured out this creator economy thing in such a smart way. She is a mom of 2. She started this whole business and she has struggled her way through it because she wanted to stay home and take care of her kids. And she has found success, after doing this for about 10 years. And she is just absolutely crushing it. And she's going to be talking about her journey, in addition to leading a session about how to create digital products, because she makes like over 10 grand a month in digital products. So she is absolutely crushing it. And she is just one of the funnest people that you will meet. And she's just going to crack you up and hopefully pull on your heartstrings pretty hard about your journey, so that you know what you're doing, so you can get what you want, when you want, where you want it.
And she's so fun. I love watching her. I love the most, that's the biggest part of this that I've loved to been a part of, is getting to know these incredible creators that I didn't know existed, because now the content I'm watching is all female focused, which is awesome.
Right. Okay. Next, we have Maria Mendez Reed with Moving with the Military. So, Moving with the Military is like a makeover show that's done through YouTube and syndication through like Roku, Apple TV, all that kind of stuff. And she does home makeovers for military families in need for different reasons, whether it's through recognizing those who have done something amazing or have had to overcome something and deal with hardship. And she has done such an amazing job of building up this brand while also being an active duty military spouse, having to move every couple of years and deal with deployments and her kids and all of the things. And then she's also always giving back to the community, not only from a military perspective, but also with like creating content and stuff to give to. So she's gonna be talking about her journey and overcoming adversity and struggles and how like you can deal with it too.
Military spouse power in the house.
Yes. Okay. So next we have Seema Gandhi. I know. So Seema Gandhi is the founder of Creative Juice, which is financial solutions for creators in the creator economy. She is just a super awesome one. She's gonna be talking about money. She's gonna be talking about being a woman, a minority, all the things that we need to lift us up and like overcome and conquer what we have in the world. And of course, talk about money. Money is something that women do not talk about enough. And we are not going to be able to make more, earn more, do more if we are not having open, honest conversations about money. So I'm super excited for her session. And we have actually haven't talked about this one at all because it's a new confirmation. This is Chastity Garner. She is a plus size curvy creator in the Atlanta area. Actually, she's going to be talking about her journey as a plus size style and lifestyle creator, how she's pivoted from her blog to video through Reels and TikTok, her journey through with weight loss and style and fashion and becoming, it's sort of like style and beauty at any age because she's just recently turned 40. And so she is just an awesome woman. I've been following her for literally years. I have gotten so much fashion, bra, clothes, all kinds of advice from her because I don't know what I'm doing.
I still don't know what I'm doing.
And she is an amazing woman in the Atlanta area where we are creating, and she's going to be talking about content. So it's going to be so good. So I mean, there's just so much going on. And just our keynotes alone, and we still have more keynotes that we haven't announced. We still have more speakers that are coming that we haven't had the chance to announce, and it's just going to be so good.
And I mean, I'm excited again that it's in Atlanta. And I know many of you probably know some incredible women content creators in Atlanta. So if you have requests for keynotes or think that you would be amazing, send us an email and let us know, because we want the most powerhouses that we can possibly line up at this conference. So I'm so excited.
Yes, 100%. All right. Now, the thing about conferences is they are really hard to put on if you don't have money.
They're expensive.
They're expensive because you've got to pay for the venue. You've got to be able to accommodate all the needs and things. There's all these little things I never thought about, like internet for your session. Like we just have it magically, but no, like we have to have internet for the conference. Then we have to have like direct hard line Ethernet connected internet in every room, like for our digital live streaming ticket and all of the signage, all the like bathroom necessities. Like there's a lot of things happening. We can't do this without our sponsors. But we have spent a lot of time finding really great sponsors who are supporting not only our mission, but are integral parts of like how to be successful as video creators, whether you're in business or whether you are an advocate for the creator economy. We've got some good ones. So
yeah, and I always say, like, walk the walk, don't just talk the talk. And there's so many brands out there right now that are saying DEI and, we support women and equality and we want to do all this thing. Okay, well then show up and walk the walk and show that, put your money where your mouth is and come bring and support, get a scholarship for someone who wants to attend. There's so many ways, donate swag or in-kind services or discounts. Like I love that when we get on these sponsorship calls that you are just like, there is a million ways on top of writing a check that you can support this movement, because this is not just a conference. This is an agenda, and this is a movement, and this is supposed to ignite fire in everyone, including these companies and the sponsors that are coming, to even look at their own marketing and their own ad campaigns and who they're hiring and how much are they paying the women creators that they're working with. So it sparks so many incredible conversations, but we can't do this unless we all do it together, right?
Exactly. And so I wanted us to share with you guys some of our sponsors that are supporting the conference, and then also like who they are, what they're doing. So you guys can go check them out too, because they're truly amazing. So we have Uscreen, which is a video platform for memberships. We will be using Uscreen. They are a tech sponsor. They're going to be housing the conference virtual ticket. So if you would sign up for virtual ticket, you'll be consuming it through our Uscreen platform, and it's going to be just super amazing. You can do so much in this tool. You can have your course, you have community, you can sell your products, you can have an app that pushes notifications to the phone, all kinds of great stuff. You can integrate it into Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon, all that kind of stuff. And so they are just a great platform for anybody who's looking to like level up their membership or their community into like a paid platform.
I love this. I didn't even know Uscreen did all of this. It's so incredible, all the services that they provide. And I'm super excited. And they were the first ones to step up and say, yes, we're in. Let's do it. What do you need us to do? We're all in, and we support all of this. So thanks to Rob and his whole team over there at Uscreen, and for them stepping up and being the change, because this is awesome.
Yes, very much. And they are just such a smart platform, always trying to grow and change. And again, Rob and I have been on in each other's crosshairs for years with different things that we've done together. And he's with such great people helping this platform grow and doing awesome things. So
he is a community builder for sure. He is always like, yes, I'm in. Let's make change. Let's make waves. I'm all about it.
Yeah, he's the best. Okay, we have Adobe Express. So Adobe Express, I'm calling the Canva killer. It is an amazing tool. Like Adobe is the gold standard of graphic design, video, all of the things. And so when they like finally took the time to invest in a social platform for graphics and for video, I was like, oh my God, they have to participate in this, because they're doing so much great stuff to help everyone level up their social content and their video game. What they're working on the back end for their video platform is just amazing. So I'm so excited to have them. They're going to be doing a session talking about social video and like how to create better stuff. And it's going to be so great. And they're, of course, have fun swag and gifts for everybody as well.
And you just went to their summit. You were just at the Adobe Summit.
Yeah. So I went out to Adobe Max, which is their big summit. They had their first ever like micro conference for Adobe Express. That's why I'm like, guys, it's just going to be so amazing. And it's so affordable, and it's so good, and it's so easy to use. And it's just, it's amazing. I am so
Canva killer. I love that. Canva killer. Good job, Adobe. Good job.
I'm a big advocate for like sponsorships and making money, but like I am not even in the best at it. That's why we're having Creator Wizard, which is run by Justin Moore, which is all about like teaching you how to get sponsorships. No matter what kind of content you create for, there's a way for you to be making anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month, if not more, through sponsorships for your content. And Justin has this great program that walks you through it. His emails are free, everybody. Like he sends emails out every week, literally with sponsorship opportunities. It doesn't cost you anything, but
with emails. Here is this person. Email this person.
This is the person you want to talk to.
Who else does that? Nobody else does that. They're not like, hey, sponsorship opportunities, but contact this person at this email right now.
He even gives you a suggestion to talk about this subject. Like it's so good. His emails are the best, and his program is phenomenal, and he just is helping so many people make so much money. So they're one of our sponsors for the conference and supporting what we have going on. So like we talked about with Seema, she is our one of our keynote speakers, but it's because Creative Juice, I've been talking to them since the very beginning of the conference. They like, we are down for this. We want to help women. We're a women-founded business in tech, and it's important for your banking, your financial institution, your financial support to understand your business. So I have my example for this is actually with my CPA. My CPA runs is the CEO, like the behind the scenes operations manager for Braille Skateboarding, which is the largest skateboarding channel on YouTube. They have over 5 million subscribers. They are just international, like an international brand. And she teaches a session, talks about like why you need a CPA and accountant who understands your industry. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on lots of business opportunities and business options. Like a regular CPA isn't going to understand why I have to write off $100,000 marbles because we made a video about it, right? Because that's what they do at Braille. So,
or all the Amazon packages that get delivered to your house.
right, that's mine. Like, what do you mean I can't write off this
this blender?
I don't understand.
What? Why did you receive 5 pallets of goods from Amazon?
Right? Yeah. So it's kind of those things. So I think the same goes with your money. Like a bank needs to understand like what your money is, where it's going, and how it works. And that's why I love Creative. Creative is actually the bank for me, the bank that we have for women in video, because I believe in the product and what it's doing. So there's just a lot that's available. And if like you ever need a loan or whatever, you can borrow money against your AdSense. Like there are just a lot of opportunities that Creative Juice has for us as creators to help us with our channels, with our growth, and with building out our businesses.
And again, just like you said, from day one, they were like, this is a problem. We want to be a part of it. How can we support this movement in any way possible? So dollars, amplification, support, sharing, liking, commenting, do all the things. I love it.
And like they're in they're in the tech industry, they're in the financial industry. And so, Seema and her team understands, and they see the discrepancies and with male and women, men and women in the creator economy. So yeah, definitely a good one. So no video is any good there's hardly any video isn't good without some good quality sound, which is why Soundstripe is sponsoring our conference. They're the best royalty-free music for any video, whether it's for your TikToks, your Instagrams, or for your YouTube videos. They are affordable. I have service with them. They are phenomenal. They have such great music. They're always updating. They're always adding in new things. And it's just a great way for anyone to. I know that everyone kind of has their favorites, but I really like Soundstripe, which is why I reached out to them to ask them to sponsor our conference. So a great solution for music for your video content, for sure. Now,
you don't want to hear my voiceovers and I'll sing the songs in the background and stuff.
So, now I love to work smart, not hard. I believe in creating lots of video content. I believe in like being in all the places to help amplify my reach, but it's a very manual process. And while all of the tools I'm now offering vertical video, the integrations just aren't great for scheduling and posting, which is why Repurpose.io is like a must for anyone that is doing anything. If you are creating a TikTok video, you need to be using Repurpose.io so that you can then take it and put it in all of the places. Repurpose.io allows for you to automate scheduling of your vertical video content to other platforms while obeying the rules of those platforms. So let's say for TikTok, for example, you post up a TikTok video and Repurpose.io has been activated as part of your system. What it'll do is it'll download the unwatermarked version of your TikTok video and then re-upload it to all of the different social networks like Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram Reels, YouTube. They can even put up into like your Google Drive so that you can save it to do other things with. You can put up on Pinterest. Like there's so much you can do to repurpose your content easily and streamline, which is why Repurpose.io is one of our Lunch and Learn partners for the conference.
And like you said, work smarter, not harder. Leverage technology tools because there's only one of you, right? You should be doing what you do best, creating the content and letting the tech work for you, right?
100%. So,
super excited.
Now, Nikon reached out to us and was like, we love what you're doing. We want to connect with more women. We know from personal experience that men dominate when it comes to tech and video reviews, and we don't see as many women creators being lifted up. And so we want to participate in your conference because we know what it's like to be the underdog equipment and gear because they compete with Sony and with Canon. And I was like, oh my God, the synergy. It's so good.
But again, they were like, we see you. Yes, this is a problem. They came to us, right? And they were like, we have to be a part of what you're doing. So huge kudos to the Nikon team as well for just seeing the need out there and saying, we have to be a part of this and we have to support this.
Yeah, they're wanting to be able to have a place where they can set up all their camera equipment and gear. They can teach you how to use yours better. So they can show you like what you can do and how you can create with it. Then any luck, they're going to be also doing like a lot of like our sizzle reels and video content at the conference. So there's just a lot of opportunity with Nikon and for you to connect with the brand. And as women creators, they're looking for more influencers and partners as well. So this is a great opportunity for you as a creator to connect with brands as well. Like we haven't really talked a lot about like the brand opportunities from like the creator perspective or from the business perspective, and we can get into that. But this is a great brand for all of us to be looking into because we're like, oh, we want to get sponsored, we want to get partnered with these brands. Well, this is a conference filled with brands and that want to participate and connect with women. So come on.
Exactly. And and this is just, I know you have a couple more to list, but this is just scratching the surface. We have so many more brands lined up behind this that this is going to be the best place to come learn, get educated, connect with your community, get inspired by those that are blazing these trails, but also connect with these companies that want to support you and uplift you.
Absolutely. Oops, hold on. Don't hit that button, Desiree. Okay. Next is Spreadshop. Spreadshop is near and dear to the Women of Video community heart. They're one of our sponsors for the podcast. They have our merch, which I wear all the time because it's comfortable. It's print on demand merchandise. You can just add it to the bottom of your YouTube channel. You can sell your merch wherever you are. They have such a great quality and wide variety of kinds of content available to you. We're going to be launching the winter line for Women in Video here in the next week or two, just to gear up for the holidays. Like I think the easiest way to make money, like really fast, is with merchandise, and print on demand makes easy. Spreadshop lets us sign up for free so that we can start using it right away and create and drop ship. And you can create a store anywhere in the world, and they have printers locally in those countries so that you don't have to pay like international shipping fees and wait forever to get stuff. Like it's just a really smart company that does a lot of really awesome things.
Yeah, hands off. My very first entrepreneurial endeavor was selling tank tops, actually. And I got stuck with all these like weird sizes or ones that didn't sell, right? So I wish this was around when I, did that a decade ago. And I don't think a single kid's Christmas list doesn't have merch from a YouTuber on it. And they're like, I want this hoodie. I want this YouTuber's t-shirt. I want this tote bag. So I love Spreadshop. They're so awesome.
Yes. And if you want to, they are sponsoring not only our lanyards for the conference and providing our t-shirts, but they also have some scholarships that they are going to be giving away too. So like I said, they're just...
Yeah, so stay tuned for that announcement. You can be one of the lucky winners of an amazing scholarship. So if you're a company that wants to support by paying for women to attend this conference, we do have scholarships available, but also you can receive one of those if you want to attend and you might not have the funds for the ticket, but you're down to travel to Atlanta and hang out with us. We'll be giving out those scholarships over the next few months.
This is one of my favorite pieces of gear. I'm holding mine while also showing theirs. As a creator, I love the SwitchMod because it was made for creators by creators. Pat Flynn actually invented this, and it's got like all of the gear and the holding, and you can just like easily like flip out the thing, set it down. It's just an awesome creator gear. And so they are giving away some SwitchPods at our conference as door prizes to support women creators so that they can easily streamline and create content better wherever they are without it being cumbersome or like problematic. So big shout out to Pat Flynn and the team over at SwitchPod for creating something awesome and supporting our movement.
I love Pat Flynn. We got to hang out with him at the last military influencer conference that he keynoted. He's great.
He is. He's an awesome human being. Talented and awesome. Kind of makes some of us sick a little bit sometimes.
Like, stop it.
Stop being amazing, Pat.
Stop being so awesome. I think I have his book. somewhere.
Yeah, I listened to it. It's really good.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved Superfan. So, okay, so now I want to talk about Spotter. So, Spotter basically invests in creators by buying their libraries. Then so that you can again have money to do the things that you want to do. It's a very different kind of idea. The idea, like one of the things that so many creators forget about is that they essentially are a media company now, and their product is the videos that they're making, and you can sell your content, your library to other people so that they can essentially do stuff with, like through syndication, like kind of like what you see with like Friends. Like Friends is available. People have bought the rights to use it on other channels, other ways, and allows for them to continue to make money, right? So as a creator, you can they will invest in your content so that you can have the money to do the next thing that you want to do, so that you, with your existing catalog of content, like do more with it while you can, right? And so they are $1 billion venture capital company, really focused on the future, and they are wanting to connect with creators and build them up. But they know that the vast majority of creators are men, and they are not in love with that.
And
so
they're ready to change that for sure.
they are hungry to change it. They're like, we need more women. We see the wave of the future. We want more women. We want more representation. And they're just advocating really hard for it. So they're investing in our conference, and they're going to be bringing out some great speakers and great brands. And they would love to talk with all of you about like what you are doing and how you can build up your brand so that they eventually would want to buy your back catalog of content. So it's so good.
Yeah, and their team is amazing. Their team is
Yeah.
just rock stars. They're also incredible there.
Yeah. And then last but not least, one of my oldies but goodies, Streamyard. Streamyard is going to be sponsoring our conference. They are a male-run company that wants more representation. Joanne, their marketing director, she is like, we need more representation. We need more women. We need to diversify, all of the things, right? And so I'm so excited to have her kind of spearheading this and having Streamyard participate in the conference. I've been using their tool since like their early beta days. Like it's my favorite. Like there's never been a denial of that. Desiree plays favorites pretty hard. So when it comes to stream, in fact, we're using StreamYard right now for this live stream, right? So we have some just some of the most amazing brands and speakers at this conference that are just so focused on this specific thing of our conference, which is let's grow. Let's build individual wealth and money. Take control of our time. Take control of our life. Let's figure out how to grow as a platform. Let's get together and connect and just talk and converse and be together and be women, and not just all of the things, all the lifting up, all of the support, all the magic that happens when women get together. Because when we set our minds to it, we can literally change the world. And I know that there's so many diamonds in the roughs that are out there that just need a little bit of help shining up so that they can conquer and do what they want to do. Whether you are a creator, whether you are a business owner, whether you have a big business and you have members of your team that would be great for coming to this conference, like this is where you should be spending your time and investing. And we would love to have you come be a part of this conference.
And I just want to pause and say I am so proud of you, Desiree, for spearheading this movement and for being the change. And I'm all about that all day. That's why I'm happy to be the wind beneath your wings, because I love you. But, sometimes you just got to go out there and say, this is wrong and I'm going to fix it. And it takes a lot of guts to be in everyone's faces saying, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. This is how we need to do it. But everyone loves you, from the brands to the speakers to your community. And I want to give you a huge round of applause for spearheading this and leading from the front. And I'm just incredibly proud to be a part of this whole thing. And I can't wait to see everyone in March. So get your tickets, support, purchase scholarships, amplify, promote, share, do all the things. We want you to be a part of this.
I'm so grateful for you. I couldn't do any of this without you. And I had such this big vision in my head and this thing I wanted to do. And I had no idea what I was doing. I had all of how I wanted to work, how I wanted to run, how I wanted to help, what I wanted to do. But Without you, I would not have be here. So thank you so much, Flossie. And remember, guys, and dolls and ladies and people who are out there, get your tickets for Women of Video. And if you're interested in participating as a brand or a business, please just message us. Like, we are here to be to help connect you and inspire you and guide you through what your needs are. So as always, you and everyone listening are impossibly amazing. Until next time, peace.